From Louisiana Baseball and Softball Academy, 5620 Crawford Street here in the Harahan area, welcome to Catholic League Football. Hi again, everyone. Pleased to be joined by Cyril Crutchfield, the St. Aug head football coach. I'm Eric Ritchie, and Coach, it is time for Catholic League play. Week 2 of Catholic League comes up this week, but it's been a nice season for you guys already.
Yeah, it definitely has. Hopefully, week 2 fared better for us than week 1.
Yes, certainly a tough game against a Brother Martin squad. We're going to look at those highlights. We're going to talk to Coach Crutchfield for the next 30 minutes, as well as our good friends here at LBSA talking about a lot of different things here at this indoor facility. Also included, of course, the college showcase that's coming up in November. But first and foremost, Coach, let's talk about this football team and what you've been able to accomplish already this season. A 3-2 start included a second consecutive win over John Curtis. I know that was very special for you.
Yeah, it definitely was. You know, losing 10 starters on defense last year, so 1 returning, and losing 6 on offense, and one of those 6, Leonard Fournette, all-world. You know, so we're work in progress. You know, we're really proud of the kids and where we're at. We just got to put together each game and just go into that game focus and just get, just be battle tested for the playoffs.
Winning that game against the Patriots, and I remember last year when you reached that hurdle and Leonard scored the late touchdown and helped with that win. What was it like for you guys to beat John Curtis without Leonard Fournette?
You know what? It's a tribute to the coaches, tribute to the players, to believe in the system and buy into what we're trying to accomplish, and then just to win it in the fashion that we did. You know, we felt like the defense played tremendously well. The offense did the things that they needed to do, and then just to actually kick a field goal for the first time in my 20-year career. You know, I don't want to have to do that too often, but it's great when it works out. It's a good call.
It worked out very well for you, and I know one player in particular that's really stood out. He was our Catholic League Player of the Week just a week ago. I know he had a big game against Brother Martin as well with more touchdowns, but Stanley Morgan may be one of the top wide receivers in our area.
No doubt about it. He's a phenomenal young man, and off the playing field, he's a great role model. He does everything right. He has great character. On the football field, he plays with a relentless effort to pursue perfection, and he's a great young man, and he's really our leader of our team.
One of the guys I've really felt was under the radar last year, and obviously with all the attention that, and rightfully so, that Leonard garnered, Toy Jackson as your quarterback last year, I thought really was a real good team leader for you and was able to do so many different things. And obviously Toy's a great baseball player as well. He's now since gone and moved on to the college ranks as well. And a young sophomore stepped in for you, Justice McCoy. Tell us a little bit about what makes him special and how he's really, we've seen him mature throughout the years, throughout the weeks, I should say. Even in a game against Carr, it seemed like he played well near the end.
Yeah, definitely. I like to say that he has ice water rolling through his veins. So he feels that he can make any throw, and sometimes that's a good thing. He could line up against the Saints and feel like he's going to be successful. He just doesn't know any better, and a lot of times that's a good thing. He's going to go through growing pains, but we're going to rely on Stanley Morgan, our running game, and our defense, and he's exactly where he needs to be at this point in his career.
Defensively, talk about some of the names that we should really be paying attention to this year, guys that have really stepped up, and I know you've already brought that up a couple of times on this show, how pleased you are on that side of the ball this year.
Definitely. Anytime you lose 10 starters on defense and then have to replace those, you got a lot of holes to fill. But fortunately we've been blessed at linebacker Giovanni LaFrance. He's already has 2 offers from LSU and Oklahoma State. He's a junior, so he's really holding it down in the middle. Theron is our lone returning starter. He's a Louisiana Tech commitment. We have a young man, Jerome Smith, Shelby Laverne, and Josh Brooks, Craig Williams, all those DBs, all those back-end guys, and really they're the key to the puzzle, being fundamentally sound on defense.
Went into the Catholic League with a 3-1 record, of course, coming off the emotional win against Curtis, and then you ran into a Brother Martin team that obviously has improved this year. They got the 1-2 punch in the backfield with Jordan Swilling along with Jared West, and what they were able to do against you. I think a lot of people were surprised at the final score. That first game of the Catholic League, and we found out last year with our website, NOLACatholicLeague.com, anything can happen any week in the Catholic League, and it sure did last week for you.
Yeah, and that's, Coach Bonis does a tremendous job with that program. Those kids have been playing together, so they're a seasoned ball club, and we can't take anything away from having a letdown after a big win against Curtis. They were prepared to play, and we didn't. We wasn't, so bottom line, they got it, but as you can see, it's the Catholic League, so we got to shrug that off and put that behind us because we have Rummel this week.
We're going to talk about that in our next segment as we go to commercial break. Highlights now from week 1 of the Catholic League, and we'll begin with Brother Martin against St. Aug. The first week of Catholic League play had St. Aug facing Brother Martin. Purple Knights strike first. 4-yard touchdown run from Leonard Fournette, and the Purple Knights were up 7-0. But the Crusaders would battle back. Going to the air, that's Jake Brogy finding Jeremy Singleton on the 15-yard scoring strike, and here comes Brother Martin. Next possession, another touchdown, this time on the ground. Jared West breaking free from 22 yards out, and Brother Martin had claimed a 13-7 lead. Crusaders getting the job on defense this season. Back-to-back sacks here, first from Jordan Tafaro. He's going to show the emotion on this night. It's the kind of defense that Brother Martin's been playing all season. Very next play. Coming from the blind side, it's Brendan Hayes with the strip sack. Forces the fumble. St. Aug would recover, but damage done. What a game for Bruce Jordan Swilling. Takes in a 2-yard run here, and Brother Martin had built a 20-7 lead. Just before the half, St. Aug needed some life, and they got some. Justice McCoy going to the go-to man, maybe the best wide receiver in the Catholic League, Stanley Morgan. He gets the touchdown just before the half, and it's a 20-13 game. Third quarter, however, Brother Martin used the 1-2 punch out of the backfield. Here's number 1, actually 21. That's senior Jared West scoring from 56 yards out. Brother Martin led 27-13. Then it was sophomore Bruce Jordan Swilling's turn, and look at him go. He's going to take it all the way to the house, too. Another long run. This one from 47 yards out. Brother Martin led 34-13. St. Aug would score again, a 16-yard pass from McCoy to Morgan. It was a 34-21 game, but on this day it was all Brother Martin, doing the job on both sides of the field. That is Bruce Jordan Swilling with the interception. He's going to take it all the way to the house. Brother Martin led 41-21. McCoy finished with some impressive numbers, 365 yards passing, scores the 1-yard touchdown run here for the difference in the score. That was it. Brother Martin defeating St. Aug 41-29. Jesuit and Holy Cross renewing the oldest rivalry in the state. A 95th meeting between these two schools turned out to be a one-sided affair. Charles Jackson, one of his 3 touchdowns, and the Jesuit Blue Jays cruise to a 56-7 win. Jesuit now 5-1 overall. Holy Cross falls to 4-2. Rummel and Shaw opening Catholic League play, battling for the megaphone. Very first play from scrimmage, and it's the Rummel defense coming up with the snag. It's Andre Danov with the interception. That puts Rummel in position. They would take advantage. David Hensley takes the pass from Chase Fourcade, chews up a chunk of yards. The drive would end when Fourcade takes it in himself on the 1-yard keeper, and Rummel strikes first, leading 7-0. Second Shaw possession, second Rummel interception, and again it's Danov with the honors. This time the other side of the field, he'll return it for a short gain, but once again, Rummel has the short field. And once again, it's Fourcade doing the honors. From 1 yard out, 14-0 Rummel as Chase caps an 8-play drive. Third Rummel possession, third Chase Fourcade short touchdown, and the Raiders had shot out to a 21-0 lead. Now it's time to go to the air. Fourcade's going to put it up for Damien Jean-Pierre in the flat. Great move by Jean-Pierre, and he shakes his way into the end zone, and suddenly Rummel had a 28-0 lead. Shaw would strike back. This time it's Matt Keller going up top to Bryson Simmons. A nice move of his own. That will cover 42 yards. It will put Shaw on the board, trailing 28-7. Forcade comes right back. He'll answer a touchdown pass with one of his own, this one going to Ashante Wheatley, and it's 35-7 Rummel after the 10-yard scoring strike. Still in the first half, time for 2 more Rummel touchdowns. Maurice Bailey's going to run this one in from 18 yards out, a 42-7 lead by the Raiders. And just before the half, why not? One more touchdown pass from Chase Forcade. His 3rd touchdown pass of the game to go with those 3 rushing touchdowns goes to Jean-Pierre. It's 49-7 Rummel. Second half, Rummel would strike first again. This time, it's David Hensley on the ground, a 7-yard run. Rummel led 56-7. Shaw would strike last, a 46-yard touchdown pass from Keller going to Ross Davis, and that would be the scoring difference. 56-14 the final as Rummel stays unbeaten, and the megaphone will stay in Metairie for another year.
I remember when it was 15 years we didn't get the megaphone, so our kids don't remember that. I remember as a coach, it was 15 years on the West Bank, so it is important. We try to tell the kids the importance of this rivalry and that traditional megaphone. It means a lot to the players who play the game. A lot of great players have had it in their hands.
You know, when you play a team like Rummel, who's defending state champions, with a lot of experience and well coached and a lot of great players, you can't get yourself into a 2-turnover, 2-touchdown hole, 3-touchdown hole in the first quarter, and that's what we did. We needed to score early in the game, and we didn't. We kind of put ourselves in a hole, and of course, great teams take advantage of that, and they did so, and you know, now we have the outcome.
The D-line up front, Brisson, Terrell, all of them, they got pressure on the quarterback, which helped me make plays on the back end. We just practice hard every week. We can't take no days off because we know district, they're gonna have some good teams, so you gotta keep working hard.
RiverParishFootball.com, the authority on high school football in the River Parishes. Game previews, features, player of the week, with video highlights, interviews, shows. We've got it covered. Click on your favorite school's logo and go to their team page. Log on and see what everyone's talking about. RiverParishFootball.com.
Realty Executives, where the experts are. The best agents are the most professional and knowledgeable. The best agents are executives. Realty Executives, serving New Orleans and all surrounding communities. Now with offices in Metairie, New Orleans, Mandeville, Marrero, and Destrehan. Realty Executives, where the experts are.
It's Louisiana Baseball and Softball Academy. Welcome back to the Catholic League Football Show. Eric Ritchie alongside St. Aug head coach Cyril Crutchfield. Let's talk about next week. St. Aug, the defending Catholic League champs. Coach, what was it like for you last year to go through this Catholic League undefeated and win the district championship?
You know, it was good at the time. You know, I think it actually took a toll on us, had a little pressure on us going in after we won it outright, you know, and then just to get in the playoffs and don't get the job done. You know, so we're not really placing the emphasis, or we just placing the emphasis on each game. You know, there's no game bigger than the next game. And that's the approach that we're going to have this year.
And for you, this next game is a game that were 2 unbelievable football games a year ago, talking about your matchup with the Rummel Raiders. Regular season, we just kind of even looked at the highlights a little bit during a commercial break, and what a fantastic game that was during the regular season, and obviously in the state semifinals as well. It came down to a wild finish, and you split with Rummel throughout the year. What about this year's matchup? What will be the key for St. Aug to wind up in the win column against a Rummel team?
Well, first of all, my hat goes out to Jay Roth and his coaches and his players. They have a tremendous team. They're doing a tremendous job, and probably this is my 3rd year facing Rummel, and this is probably the best team that I've seen in these 3 years. You know, so we definitely gonna have our work cut out for us. You know, there are certain things they like to do on offense. They like to run the ball. You know, so if we don't stop them from running the ball, then it's gonna be a long night for us. You know, so first and foremost, we have to be able to stop the run. On our offense and their defense, we got to be able to control their front four. You know, those two guys in the middle, they wreak havoc. They do a tremendous job running on the back end at number 4. He's all over offense and defense. You know, so but we have to be able to control the game. You know, like no matter what level, you got to be able to stop the run and you got to be able to run the ball. So we got to be able to find a way to run the ball and move the chains.
We will be there for sure with highlights again on NOLACatholicLeague.com as well as next week's show. You brought up some great guys there for Rummel. Brandon Phillips, number 4, has been going really both ways. Jacobs and Guidry up front have been just beast. You talk about this Catholic League now in your 3rd year. Tell me what your impressions are of this Catholic League. Now that all these teams are back together, yourselves and Holy Cross rejoining the ranks of the Rummels and the Jesuits and the Shaws, tell me about what it's been like to coach in the Catholic League.
Oh, it's been a thrill, you know, and in order to be the best, you got to be with the best, and we definitely feel like we're playing in the best district, bar none, across the state. I hear a lot of people referring to it now as the SEC West, and that's exactly what it is. Because, you know, the good thing about it is that if you're prepared, anything can happen on any Friday or Saturday night. So, and that's going to be our approach.
Much more with Coach Crutchfield still to come here on our Catholic League football show. But as we go to break, we check in now with our Buckwalder Insurance Catholic League Player of the Week. Time now for our candidates for the Buckwalder Insurance Catholic League Player of the Week. Jesuit running back Charles Jackson only carried the ball 8 times against Holy Cross, scored 3 touchdowns. Brother Martin two-way star Bruce Jordan Swilling got the job done on the offensive end with a pair of touchdowns. Also on the defensive side, how about a sack and later a pick 6, helping Brother Martin to a 41-29 victory over St. Aug. Rummel defensive back Andre Dano, he had not 1 but 2 interceptions, nearly had a 3rd, helping Rummel set the tone to a 56-14 win. Rummel quarterback Chase Forcade, 10 of 12, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns passing, also 3 on the ground. Our Buckwalder Insurance Catholic League Player of the Week after this. The Buckwalder Insurance Group has been servicing clients for over 20 years. Our Kenner office, just off Williams on 20th Street, is here to handle all of your personal and business needs, whether it's auto, home, life, commercial, or business insurance. The Buckwalder Insurance Group is here to help you prepare a strategy to achieve your financial goals. Also with offices in Booty and Destrehan. Stop by or call to get a quote today.
Hi, I'm Bruce Jordan Swilling, and I'm the Buckwalder Insurance Player of the Week. What stood out about this past week of the game is our defense. Our defense played a big part. We had to actually step up and check good players and other things, stop the runs and plays, stuff like that. My interception, it was a good thing because I actually got my drop and I had to actually catch the ball, and once I caught it, I just took off running. I actually started outside linebacker on defense, and I rotate with Jared West, a senior that's in front of me on offense. Actually, it's like a rotation thing. If he gets tired, I go in. If I get tired, he goes in, and we just keep pounding the ball upside.
His talent was definitely showcased this week, and he showed what he could do both on the offensive side of the ball as well as the defensive side. I think he had a total of 6 tackles defensively, 1 interception for a touchdown, tackle for a loss, a sack, and then carried the ball, I think, 8 times for about 90 yards and 2 touchdowns. So, Bruce did a tremendous job for us. He's getting better as we go. He's just truly a pleasure to watch play and to watch prepare to play.
It's a great feeling as a sophomore to start off the season undefeated and to keep winning like this.
Realty Executives, where the experts are. The best agents are the most professional and knowledgeable. The best agents are executives. Realty Executives, serving New Orleans and all surrounding communities. Now with offices in Metairie, New Orleans, Mandeville, Herrero, and Destrehan. Realty Executives, where the experts are.
Hi, at Tachi Insurance, we can do it all, not just life, health, and employee benefits. But now we've expanded our product portfolio to include all commercial lines of insurance. At Tachi Insurance, we can truly be your one-stop shop for all your insurance needs. At Tachi Insurance, you get personalized service from Natalie
and Kelsey Tachi.
The famous Marching 100 brings us back from break, and one of the top bands, forget in the New Orleans area, Coach, they're one of the best high school prep bands in the country.
They definitely bring some type of enthusiasm, and it really pumps the players up. Really does.
No question. It pumps us up on the sidelines, and glad we got a shot of him to come back from break. Let's talk a little bit about before you got to St. Aug, and obviously when I met you, you were at South Plaquemine in the middle of winning a couple of state championships, going to 3. You've been to 5 state championship games. You've won 3, including your days at Port Sulphur. When you think back of those times, what stands out about both your days at Port Sulphur and at South Plaquemine?
Well, the one thing that probably stands out is just the relentlessness of the kids and just the work ethic and the desire to just play every play like it was their last play, like it was like life and death down there. And I think really they bought into what we were trying to do, and you know, and it was year round. You know, it was 24/7, and I'll never forget those guys no matter where I go.
Of course, and again, I returned to New Orleans in 07. The book, The Hurricanes, was just out, and I had a good fortune of reading that book. And one of the, if you haven't read the book, you got to check it out. One of the parts that always stands out to me when I see you is you did not leave for Hurricane Katrina. You were actually in the gym at Port Sulphur as the water rose. You're at the top of the balcony, and you saw your state championship trophy starting to float in the water. Now, Coach Crutchfield, deathly afraid of snakes. You saw snakes in the water, but guess what? You went in and got that trophy. Take us back to that moment, what you remember about it, and really what stands out about that whole Hurricane Katrina and you staying.
Well, first of all, I couldn't even imagine water filling up area. You know, we've seen it on television. You know, so my hesitation to stay, you know, was just that. You know, we had a game to play the next week, and you know, but when it actually hit us, and then just to see the devastation. And just to be trapped in the gym and the water's rising, and then you see the state championship trophy, and you see all kind of things in the water. You know, I just remember waiting and waiting and waiting. It still had that little circular movement. So as the trophy got a little closer where I could go out and fetch it, I jumped in the water and I got it and got back to safety. You know, but definitely one of those moments that I'll never forget, and it changed my life. Put a lot of things in perspective, and you know, I just thank the Lord. The Lord was able to spare my life.
What would you like people to know about yourself and St. Aug as you move forward through this regular season, this unbelievable Catholic League schedule that you're embarking on, and starting with Rummel this weekend?
That we're going to play with great pride, and there's a lot of rich and history and tradition there, and we're going to uphold all those values of St. Augustine, how to be a St. Augustine man. And that we're just going to continue to push forward and and let the chips fall where they may. You know, we're a young team, new starters and all those things, but we're going to lay all that aside. We're going to go out with a relentless approach, and it's going to be a collaborative effort on everyone's part to do their job.
Well, you've certainly done your job in the last 3 years, and you've made St. Aug very proud, and it's been a pleasure to cover you, and we wish you the best throughout the rest of the season. And Coach, I'm sure we'll be seeing you in the playoffs, but best of luck to you. Thanks for your time here on the Catholic League Football Show.
Appreciate it.
All right, let's take a break. When we return, we'll talk to our good friends here at the Louisiana Baseball and Softball Academy as we wrap up tonight's show. Watch out, River Parishes. There's a new place you have to check out. It's the Loop and Wingery Sports Company at 2403 Highway 18 in Edgard, right next to the courthouse. Great wings, great atmosphere, and a great place to bring the whole family. Just ask West St. John head football coach Robert Valdez. It's the Loop Wingery and Sports Company in Edgard. Small town, big dreams, crafted with love. RiverParishFootball.com. The authority on high school football in the River Parishes. Game previews, features, player of the week, with video highlights, interviews, shows. We've got it covered. Click on your favorite school's logo and go to their team page. Log on and see what everyone's talking about. RiverParishFootball.com. Welcome back to Catholic League Football. Time to talk a little baseball now with the Director of Operations here at LBSA, Blake Benedetto. Blake, again, what do you want to emphasize to the people that are watching the show about Louisiana Baseball and Softball Academy?
That's the main thing, Eric, we'd like to touch on is just let people know that here at LBSA, we're devoted to the serious athlete. You know, we want the sport-specific baseball and softball players, whether it be a boy or a girl, that really want to improve and take their game to the next level.
I know some big events coming up as well, and we talked a little bit last week about the college showcases that begin, I believe, in just about a month.
Yes, sir. The dates will be November 15th, December 6th, and January 10th. Those are going to be Saturdays from 9 to 4 p.m. here at LBSA. Some of the schools, I think we highlighted it a little bit last week, but we'll touch on it again. The defending national championship defenders, Vanderbilt University, North Carolina University, LSU, of course, Tulane, Nichols just committed this week, along with some other schools.
Excellent. And as far as, again, for high school athletes that really want to get on the radar, this is a great opportunity for them.
Yes, sir. All high school players are welcome, from freshmen on through, as well as junior college players as well.
5620 Crawford Street. You can hop on the website, too. Give that out one more time.
It's www.louisianabsa.com.
Well, certainly we appreciate you guys hosting our show. Look forward to next week as well, but that'll put a wraps for Blake Benedetto, for Cyril Crutchfield from St. Aug. I'm Eric Ritchie. Thanks so much for watching Catholic League Football.